All right, thanks for that, Gashuri. Now, one more on this same topic. And former members of the committee of experts that drafted the current constitution have dismissed attempts by Jubilee's former vice chair, David Murathe, seeking to block Deputy President William Ruto from the State House race on grounds that he will have served as DP for 10 years by 2022. Speaking to Citizen Television, the legal experts argued that there is no legal backing for Murathe's move. Enoch Sakolia has more.
As per the dictates of the Kenyan Constitution, President Uhuru Kenyatta will be bidding bye to State House in 2022 after his final term. His deputy William Arap Ruto has shown interest in seeking Kenyans' approval to succeed his current boss. There is a general feeling that the former Eldoret North Member of Parliament is the man to beat, cometh the hour. But his ambition has been challenged.
Ikiwa wewe uko kwa hiyo for 2 terms, then that is why 148 says you can't run again. Najim, I want an advisory opinion. Na tutaenda mpaka Supreme Court. Sisi hatucheki na watu.
According to Murathe, Ruto will be unfit to run for the top seat after serving as the DP for 2 terms. The man widely seen as President Kenyatta's ally is keen on using Article 148 of the Constitution that states a person shall not hold office as Deputy President for more than 2 terms.
There is no categorical bar to such a person from standing or seeking Kenyans to elect him or her as the president of the country.
I think the question that Murathe is raising is more of a political question. And the political question is, has Deputy Ruto served almost as president, and therefore politically it will not be tenable for him to offer himself for another 10 years as president? That is not a legal question. I think legally, DP Ruto is entitled completely to offer himself for the presidency.
And how would the political question arise?
The question is, has the character of the Jubilee presidency, has it been a co-presidency so that one can say that DP Ruto has exercised executive powers, sufficient executive powers, as to bar him from exercising them for another 10 years? One would say sometimes yes, sometimes no. If you were to compare the first term, how the Jubilee presidency started, one would almost say that it started almost as a co-presidency. You remember even how announcements were made, the first cabinet, it was very clear that it was a co-presidency which was being executed almost equally by both. But I think that trajectory has changed over time.
Even if, for instance, in their agreement, they said we're going to share the presidency, that is their political arrangement, which is outside what the Constitution perceives. So what they agreed upon during the pre-2013 elections, the alliance they formed, and how they were going to divide and share government and power, and how that fitted within the Constitution was different. Because, for instance, even if they agreed that we are going to be co-presidents, then when you come to the Constitution does not entertain co-presidency. It seeks to have a president and a deputy president. And so within their shared government and authority arrangement, they still have to come and fit within the philosophy of the Constitution. And the Constitution creates these 2 distinct offices.
According to Eganjo, only Ruto, IEBC and ESCC can stop his name from being on the ballot. He says IEBC can bar Ruto from contesting if he fails to meet the threshold and deemed unfit.
It may be an argument that one can be able to make politically to the members of Jubilee to say Jubilee is a big family. Wouldn't it be right to allow another duo to exercise for the period that Jubilee may be in power? Should we allow another team in Jubilee to exercise it? Because these 2 others have exercised it almost equally. But that's a political argument. It's not a legal argument. And it is an argument which the DP himself would have to be a party to. It is not the argument that can be used to bar the deputy president, but it may be an argument that may be used to encourage him not to.
Enoch Sakolia, Citizen TV, Nairobi.